Johnny, thanks so much. It's 8:02. Here are the very latest numbers in the fight against COVID-19 on your screen here. In Kansas, 368 people have tested positive for the virus. 8 people have died. On the Missouri side, 13 people have lost their lives. Well, the state now has more than 1,000 positive cases. One of those positive cases is a woman from Lee's Summit. Our Cody Holyoke reached out to her. Now, Cody, she's been battling this virus for nearly a month.
Yeah, she has been, Rob, and doctors just let her know that she had it about a week ago. Her name is Kelsey Miller, and she's a young woman, and up until she got the coronavirus was healthy, but she just wants people to know her story and know that this is serious and that the coronavirus is here. In fact, she shared some of these photos from her Facebook page of her last visit to the hospital. As you can imagine, she's had a couple now. In this next one, you can see all of the discarded personal protective equipment, the PPE that doctors are having to go through that we've been telling you about. Kelsey's story started about 3 weeks ago when she really wasn't feeling well. She went to see the doctor the first time. Kelsey says she then tested positive for influenza A, but because of the guidelines at the time, that kept her from being tested for COVID-19. But as we know now, it wasn't the flu. Her symptoms got worse. The fever subsided, and she was just exhausted, though, and shortness of breath was unbearable. Kelsey tells me her heart felt like it was pounding out of her chest. She went back to the ER where doctors looked at her, took a scan of her chest, told her that she had COVID-19. Now she says she's essentially at home, locked down with her family, and she has a message for you. Don't think this can't happen to you.
If it's overseas, you can kind of push it off to the side, even New York, but whenever it's in your hometown, you take it a little more seriously. I think right now we're in a spot where nobody really knows what to do. I think the healthcare providers and the nurses they're kind of in a war zone as they describe it, and I just wish I would have gotten tested early on, because then I could have told everybody that I was in contact with, whereas it was 2 weeks later when I'm finding out. Even though I did self-isolate, I was still around my daughter and my husband for a week, and I really should have isolated from them a lot sooner.
What's worse, Kelsey says she's seeing it online and even in her neighborhood, people not heeding this warning to stay home and maintain their social distance. This mindset that we've seen online especially, but out in the communities that, this is going to happen somewhere else. It's in New York. It's in the big cities. It's not here in the metro. Well, Kelsey says she is proof positive that it is here, and people need to make lifestyle changes now, Rob.
Yeah, Cody, it's very interesting to hear from somebody who's experiencing that. Yeah, like you said, please take it seriously and make sure you do what you can to stay safe. Cody, thanks so much for sharing that with us. Well, meanwhile, Kansas City, Missouri Mayor Quinton Lucas says the city's stay-at-home order, it could last past April 24th. He says that he'll lift it when there is no more evidence of widespread cases in the city and when he is confident the local hospitals are strong enough. He also says police and city inspectors are going to start cracking down on people and businesses violating the 10-person gathering limit, especially businesses that shouldn't be open in the first place.
If you have to ask whether your business is essential or not, it likely is not. And one very simple point is this: essential does not mean valuable.
Mayor Lucas says the police will be patrolling the parks to make sure there are no large gatherings. Well, 200 businesses have already been cited for violating the city stay-at-home order. Well, city investigators, not the police, will be checking in on large gatherings in neighborhoods and non-essential businesses. And meanwhile, Missouri Governor Parson believes that the worst of this pandemic could last 60 to 90 more days. The governor says the state will now grant full reciprocity for doctors and surgeons. It means that if a doctor is licensed in another state, they can practice in Missouri. Parson also wants to promote telemedicine as an option across the Show Me state. And federal help is now on the way to Kansas. President Trump just approved the state's major disaster declaration. Missouri's already been granted the declaration. It means that extra federal help for the state and local governments and also for nonprofits. Well, this is for areas who were hit by COVID-19 starting on January 20th. Well, right now, almost 3 million Kansans are under a stay-at-home order. It's all part of Governor Kelly's plan to slow the spread of COVID-19, with people staying in place except for essential needs like food or medicine. Meanwhile, neighbors in Johnson County, they will have access to more coronavirus tests thanks to the $400,000 plan that was just approved by county leaders. Our KBC9's Martin Augustine joins us live this morning. And Martin, why did the county take this step?
Well, this $400,000 investment is going to help the Johnson County Health Department get a bigger, better picture of the disease, a greater understanding on how it works, how it spreads, and its impact on certain subgroups of the population here in Johnson County, Kansas, including children. So here's how the plan will work. There'll be a large gathering of people that will be asked to be tested. One person per family or household will then be tested. Now, the testing will happen to both people who may be exhibiting potential symptoms of COVID and people who are not, who are asymptomatic. The hope is, in the words of the county, this will provide a complete picture of the effect of COVID-19 across the county. Now, the testing process would begin with a randomly selected pool of people, again, in an attempt to get that big, broader picture about what the virus is doing here in Johnson County. Now, once testing starts, it will include drive-through testing, and the hope is to turn around the individual results in 5 days. That $400,000 we spoke of, that's going to come out of the county's general fund, but some, if not all of it, could be reimbursed by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Reporting live in Olathe, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
All right, Martin, thank you so much. As you know, Kansas kids are not going back to school for the rest of this academic year. Well, this morning, Blue Valley Schools, they have new information about the end of online learning for this year. Seniors will be done on May 15th. K through 11, they stay on until April 22nd, and early childhood ends the day before. They're still working on a final date for school building staff. And families in Raytown will once again have access to school meals after the program was put on hold when a food service worker tested positive for the virus. Starting today, kids can get meals from 11:30 to 1 at the district's Education and Conference Center. It's off of 350 Highway from 11:30 to 1. Well, the kitchen got a deep clean and the employee has been self-quarantined.